Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Chemical Angel and we are here reacting to Xavier's Diluted Fiction. So we're going to be reacting to this one. It says, your existence light up this world like a burst of brilliant fireworks. I understand his evil is light, but goddamn, that sounds kind of intense. But let's jump into his story here. I haven't really seen anything about his story since I got these cards, but in the dark hours of the night, lights shine on a license plate in the distance. A cargo truck speeds along a winding road. Two predators have hijacked crucial supplies. Now they're in the middle of fleeing to the southern district.
Hey! Give us a ride!
Whoa. At the roadside, a patrol car with a flat tire is parked at an angle. Several enforcers wearing identical uniforms wave at us. Their eyes are full of hope. Without slowing down, Xavier keeps his eyes fixed on the road ahead. He steps on the gas, and our vehicle accelerates past him at breakneck speed. Are we like in a car chase? What is happening here? Oh my god, him with the this is the outfit from the Lunar shop, but I have the gray version. I don't have the white version. Oh my god. You're just gonna drive past them?
I've only been with the LCBI for 6 months. It wouldn't be weird if I couldn't recognize all my colleagues yet.
Good point. Forget them. Let's chase after our target. The signal runs outside the windows as the distance between our car and the target vehicle steadily shrinks. Just as we're about to catch up, Xavier glances at the dashboard.
We're about to go past the speed limit. Should I slow down?
There aren't any cameras or speed traps on this road. I'll pretend I didn't see anything.
I'll ask earlier next time.
With my permission, the red needle on the speedometer rapidly climbs and reaches 200. Wait, I didn't say the floor. What the actual fuck happened? He just crashed the car? Like, what? That was an interesting opening. Holy. Late into the night, Xavier emerges from the copy room. A comical amount of documents are in his arms. I don't even have to look to know that the enforcers who enjoy picking on newbies dumped that load of busy work on him.
Single space, 9-point font, 0.5-inch indents for the paragraphs, print on both sides, tick the box for black and white in the printing settings.
Hold on. Don't tell me Operations Sector 1 doesn't have any money.
The senior staff in the financial department said this is most cost-effective.
He drops a thick stack of documents on the desk in front of me.
Last month's car repair costs exceeded our monthly reimbursement limit. We received a warning about it.
Man.
We successfully apprehended 2 runaway predators. But if we keep using routine operational costs as an excuse, they'll report us to the higher-ups.
Equipment procurement, weapon upgrades. Didn't we use our money wisely? Come on, let's give them a piece of our mind. So them doing this is not the first time they've done this. And our girl is just like, why are they getting mad? We caught them, essentially. And I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't help if you're ruining everything that we have just to catch them. And I think that's the issue here. That's kind of funny, though. Xavier shakes his head and politely declines.
I'm in no position to argue. My words don't carry a lot of weight, and I'd rather not get fired.
You're the most cost-effective employee in the LCBI. They would fire me before even thinking about letting you go.
Don't worry, Captain. I'll support you no matter what happens.
As tension between the predators and ordinary citizens have escalated, everyone's lives are increasingly filled with unrest. 5 years ago, the powers that be established at Lincoln... The power that be established at Lincoln City Bureau of Investigation, SCBI, it was in response to the growing pressure from the city's ever-increasing crime rate. That sentence sounds wrong, but I'm not too sure. 2 years ago, I became an enforcer. My job is to apprehend wanted predators who are on the run. Xavier is my subordinate. I recruited him 6 months ago. His performance and achievements are unremarkable, but he makes up for it by being exceptionally responsible. He's very loyal to me, and he's good at driving too. He's also carefree and often sleepy. He tends to zone out during meetings, but when his colleagues try to mess with him, he always manages to strike back in his own unique way.
Listen up, Xavier. The LCBI has
Xavier.
a behavioral assessment committee. Dozing off at work will cost you. 100 will be deducted from your paycheck whenever it happens.
Here's 30,000. That should cover my penalty for now.
What? What? Okay. He's just rich. They're like, what? He was already rich to begin with, but, that's kind of, he's like, I don't care about money here. I'm giving you money so I can sleep. Like, what the heck? That's funny.
Hey, buddy, old pal. Do you still need the cardboard box under your desk?
Yes.
It doesn't look like you're using it for anything. I can get rid of it for you.
I could be fired in the blink of an eye. I need it with me at all times.
What?
After I said that, he gave me a bunch of money and told me to find him from there. Don't you think he has some powerful connections?
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered how someone who's so unremarkable with mediocre abilities managed to get in here.
And that's how rumors are born. One person's speculation becomes another's certainty. Jojo's casual attitude towards money and gossip appeared within the LCBI about Xavier's background. They think he's from a noble, distinguished family. However, I closely observed Xavier's daily routine over the past few months. His food, clothing, expenses, and travel habits, they're no different from a normal person. Even his home is just an average apartment near the LCBI. I still recall the first time I met Xavier 6 months ago. Okay, so spoilers if if you haven't played like the event story, the Savage Overturn event story. It's I think confirmed there. It's confirmed there that he's already from like the son of a wealthy family, but he doesn't care about being wealthy, or he doesn't like the fact, he doesn't talk about it. He doesn't think about it. It's not important to him. He'd rather live like a normal person. And that's why I think he joined the LCBI, or he was doing the other jobs before that. So it's already talked about in that event story, but in this story in particular, I don't think we know it, or anybody else knows it. So the card and the event story is slightly different in a way. As the work in Operations Sector 1 became increasingly hectic, I decided it was time to find myself an assistant. But with the limited budget and the frequent life-threatening situations involved in this line of work, very few could be considered good candidates. 2 or 3 months flew by, and I still hadn't found someone suitable. Okay. And Xavier rolls
Hello?
up.
I'm here as a candidate for the job.
As I entered the conference room, the young man with refined features politely greeted me. His experience is good, but he looks like another person who will politely decline once he hears about the salary and benefits. Introduce yourself, please.
I'm Xavier, 23 years old. I graduated from Lincoln University, and I'm currently unemployed.
From his resume, Xavier's skills didn't perfectly match the requirements I wanted in an assistant. However, as a member of the LCBI, one should possess excellent skills in managing relationships between superiors and subordinates. If 6 executives showed up and you only have 5 cups of water, what would you do?
I'll drink all 5 cups. That way, no one is left without a drink.
Okay. While his thought process was unique, it seemed like he'd be a good scapegoat. He might even be easy to manipulate. What are your salary expectations? Given that our sector was only recently established and we're still growing, our budget is somewhat limited. He contemplated this for a moment, then he raised his earnest gaze.
How does 2,000 sound?
Excellent, you're hired. Oh, he was so maybe under budget or within their budget that she was like, oh, that's good, I can just hire you. That's funny. Oh my god, the story is really funny. Or at least starting off really funny. In yet another case, a high-ranking official has been found dead in his own villa. The victim's last name is Zimmer. His body was discovered in his home at 8 this morning. For now, the cause of death is suspected to be hypovolemic shock due to a predator attack. Cases like this aren't uncommon. This one is getting special attention because of the victim's high-profile status. The higher-ups requested that we prioritize it.
Parts of the video surveillance and alarm system were compromised. Based on the other records, Hermit might be responsible for this too.
However, there's evidence of someone tampering with the crime scene. Until forensics sends back the report, we can't rule out the possibility that someone else is responsible. Oh man, he looks so good with this outfit.
The missing councilman was found dead in a secret underground room in his house. The contents of his safe have vanished without a trace. If the motive was a monetary one, they wouldn't have ignored the antiques and precious jewelry in the house.
Oh my god, him in the side profile with that hair. Wow, I think Xavier really pulls off this wolf-colored hair. Like, really good.
The fact that they went to such lengths shows the safe must have contained something far more valuable.
After finishing his detailed analysis, Xavier looks at me.
Did I make sense?
Not bad. I was thinking the same thing.
Okay. As we leave the villa, the enforcer who had been upstaged quickly puts on a stern face.
Hey Xavier, get us some coffee.
Xavier is...
Okay.
He doesn't... What is it? I guess he doesn't mind being pushed around. In this sense, I'm not too sure. Okay. In one of the LCBI's many rooms, I slam a book down on Xavier's desk. Xavier, how long have you been working here?
As of yesterday, it's been exactly 6 months.
And how many times have you been sent out to get coffee?
7 or 8 times?
I cross my arms and mimic the serious demeanor our superiors use when lecturing us. The LCBI was established to track down and apprehend the predators who are in hiding. Is that correct? Xavier nods earnestly. I brought you here to assist me with the investigations. Getting coffee for other people isn't part of your job description.
You have a point.
So, do you know how to respond when someone asks you to get coffee for them?
I need to assist with her investigations. I don't have time to get coffee for other people.
Close, but no cigar. Look, you're my teammate. From now on, you're not allowed to run errands for anyone else. After completing the mission, I hand over the intel operations sector I gathered to our superiors. I also deliver a concise report about our findings at the crime scene. The scene showed evidence of damage from a source, which confirms 2 separate groups entered the sealed room in succession. The middle-aged man before me dismissively waves his hand. His impatience is palpable.
Our high-priority assets are always targeted. Who else could it be if not him?
Sir, while the LCBI believes Herman is the prime suspect, the on-site investigation reports reveal several inconsistencies.
I understand you're eager to prove yourself, but don't overcomplicate things. Right now, we should be focused on recovering the items that were stolen from the safe. Besides, who could possibly evade Hermit given his exceptional skills?
Understood, sir. Exaggerating an opponent's prowess is perfect for hiding incompetence and laziness. Hermit is a predator who was added to the Triple S class most wanted list within the past year. He possesses extraordinary mental fortitude and self-control. Hermit rarely succumbs to external stimuli that could trigger a frenzy state. He also rarely reveals his predator form. He appears to be unaffiliated with the predator faction and shows no interest in illegal activities or inciting chaos. Unlike other predators, he's rarely seen participating in public attacks, and surprisingly, many dangerous fugitives have quietly met their end at his hands. However, Hermit was recently implicated in a series of high-profile cases that have caught the attention of the authorities. As a result, every move of this unpredictable predator has put the LCBI on high alert. I leave the office and see Xavier leaning against the wall. He's waiting for me, and it looks like he's about to doze off. He was already dozing off, or sleeping. He waves at me before gesturing at the cafeteria. His figure is somewhat illuminated as it's caught between light and shadow. The encrypted email suddenly appears in my inbox. My heart skips a beat the moment I see that familiar email address. Hold on, I forgot my badge. Before he can respond, I dash into the stairwell. In the security camera's blind spot, I open the email. The subject line is entitled as usual. The sender's name, however, is one I know all too well. Hermit. Oh. I received my first email from him 3 months ago. Initially, I dismissed it as spam, but after a predator attack, I noticed the clues in the email perfectly matched the incident. As the second and third email arrived, I slowly realized that every lead he provided was real. In other words, Hermit is most likely sending them. I immediately attempted to trace the email, but the address was so heavily encrypted that there was nothing for me to glean. So, I carefully tried to respond to his emails at first, but I never received it. Okay, so we know that Xavier is Hermit, but he has been emailing us to let us know what he's doing without really getting caught either. Like, what? That's crazy. And, like, he was just there, just chilling there. Xavier's just chilling there. Without hesitating, I opened the email's attachment to see a photograph. Mystic City welcomes you. It's a poster for a bar's grand opening. The bar's phone number is at the bottom of the poster, and several numbers are circled. True to Hermit's style, this is likely a specific date. A quick calculation reveals it's exactly 1 week from today. Is this the clue he's sending me? Could the date be connected to the case? The sky, dyed in the color of neon lights, cleaves the cityscape's neatly arranged shadows. Xavier and I lean against the rooftop wall. We're cradling our lunches.
Ever since we left the office, you've been down. Is it related to the case?
It's nothing. Right now, we need to focus on recovering the items that were stolen from the safe. Keep up the good work. Once you're capable of handling cases by yourself, you should...
Should what?
Maybe transfer to a better department? There are many experienced veterans in LSBI. You should network with them. He looks at me, and his face is a mask of neutrality.
Oh, you want me to get the support of others? I see. What about you?
Operation Sector 1 will always need new talents. When that time comes,
You'll recruit other newcomers, right?
He narrows his eyes and studies me for a moment. It's as if he's determined to not miss even the slightest change in my expression.
But didn't you say I was under your wing?
Aw, you're not wrong.
So the person who always had my back might give their attention to others.
They're all hypothetical scenarios. Anyway, I need to talk to you about something. I gently push him back, and my tone becomes more serious. Xavier, have you heard of Hermit? After hesitating for a moment, I decided to tell Xavier about the emails I've been getting from Hermit.
You don't think he's the culprit in the councilman's case?
If he was, he wouldn't have sent the email. I'll admit, he's full of himself. He never answers any of my questions. I use my chopsticks to poke at the vegetables in my lunch. I sigh and meet Xavier's puzzled gaze. At first, I suspected he had ulterior motives, but the intel he sent me matches up with the LCBI's final reports. He's an enigma. Why would he provide intel to a low-ranking enforcer like me? Does he really think I can save this entire city by myself?
Maybe.
Yeah, Xavier is helping us. Oh my god, actual fireworks. As dusk falls, fireworks bloom in the distance. Beyond the wire fence, they light up the darkened sky. Have you heard of Philo? They say it's an old, mysterious financial group. Or maybe it's a family? Their history predates the city itself, but they only entered the public eye in the last few decades. They're considered to be on par with Ever. Xavier glances at me before quickly averting his gaze. He starts poking the octopus-shaped sausages in his lunch.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about them.
Unlike Ever, who loves the spotlight, Philo keeps a low profile. I heard that the heir lives in seclusion because of their poor health. I gestured towards a night sky in the distance. When their heir was born, fireworks supposedly lit up Lincoln for days. They were over there. I have no idea if there were any fireworks on the night I was born, but I guess it wasn't. It's not like the world didn't notice my arrival.
If you see fireworks, does that mean the world acknowledges your existence?
I was just making a silly comparison. Maybe, with enough saved up to finally leave the city, life could feel a whole lot brighter.
I don't think he's any better than you, though.
What makes you say that?
If you could, would you leave?
Oh, look at his face. He looked like a puppy. I don't know. I would. I'm not planning on leaving right now, but if I can't take it anymore and reach my limit, then I'll think about leaving. Xavier lowers his head. He's deep in thought.
Then, if that day never comes, you won't leave?
He seems to be genuinely looking for an answer. Maybe.
All right. We'll make sure it never happens.
If only it were that simple.
But some things aren't as complicated as they appear.
The world always seems so simple in his eyes. Somehow it makes me feel better. You have a point there. Because he doesn't want us to go, I guess. That's what it is. Oh, okay. We're here with his... The date mentioned in the email is fast approaching. Xavier and I sit in the car to discuss our strategy. I have a lead on the case we're working on.
But I heard the arrest will take place at a barbecue joint in the south. Operation Sector 2 beat us to it.
That was a decoy to throw off the LCBI. I have my inside source. Don't you trust me?
Of course.
Calm as usual, he nods. This mission is important. Whether we'll be in the spotlight or scribing by at the LCBI depends on what happens from here on out.
All right. But do we have to be dressed like this?
Xavier's gaze reveals a hint of his grievances. I look at his disguise again. I know. Rivets, leather straps, earrings. These accessories give him an air of an unapproachable danger of rebelliousness. He looks kind of like, he looks so young, so this outfit kind of looks off on him. We're heading into Predator's territory. Dressing up will help us blend in and avoid unnecessary trouble.
Let's hope you're right.
I don't know if it's just me. I don't want to be rude about it, but like, his body looks really small. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right word, but I don't know what to really think about it. It seems slightly off for me, but I don't know why. So, Mystic City is a bar stand situated on the border between the overworld and the underworld of the city. Predators are known to frequent the area. Because of the ambiguous jurisdiction and the bureaucratic bug passing, it's also one of the most chaotic areas in all of Lincoln. Okay. The whole party. Here's your fruit platter and drink, sir. Vibrant lights spin overhead and paint everyone's faces with shifting hues and shadows. About 10 people crowd around a circular sofa. Their raucous laughter mingles with the pulsing dance music, creating a deafening cacophony. I don't know if that's the way I'm pronouncing it, but they've been saying that word a lot. But I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just pronouncing it the way I feel like it is. Hermit's info is correct. I immediately recognize the man in the center as the wanted fugitive. He's a predator who goes by the name Lionel. Operation Sector 2 is going to be empty-handed this time.
I can still vividly imagine that councilman on his knees and begging for mercy.
If we hadn't made a run for it, Hermit would have caught us red-handed.
Don't be such a downer. Let's say we did run into him. We might be able to take him down.
Hermit already confronted them? Based on how they're talking, it seems as if Predator and Hermit are after whatever's in the safe.
Hey! Where did our waiter go? Why isn't our food here yet?
Oh, damn. I quickly adjust my uniform and posture a smile on my face. Then I push the door open. I'll bring it over to you as soon as I can.
Hurry up! And don't even think about trying anything funny.
Maintaining my composure, I slip out of the private room and quickly walk to the kitchen. After Xavier and I snuck in through the back door, we split up to carry out our respective tasks. I disguised myself as a server to gather intel from the private room. Meanwhile, Xavier will focus on incapacitating. Oh my god, why is my reading so bad recently? Xavier will focus on incapacitating the group of predators. I'm so sorry, I'm just struggling now. Xavier, how's it going on your end? We need to get one of the chefs to actually make...
Are you talking about this guy with the hat?
He gestures to the unconscious man lying at his feet. Don't worry, there are always more solutions to problems. Do not tell him to cook, please. Time is of the essence. I take a spatula and thrust it to Xavier's hand. Oh my god. Those were times called for desperate measures. The kitchen is yours now. Oh no. I don't think it's gonna go well. Bewildered, he takes the spatula for staring at the long list of dishes on the menu. Uncertainty appears in his confident expression. I tie an apron around him and pat his shoulder. Do you think you could cook 18 dishes?
I'll do my best.
Look at his face. He looks so like uncertain about this. He's like, why am I forced to do this? Oh no. Wearing a differential smile, I wheel in a cart laden with an array of colorful, fragrant dishes and push open the doors to the private room. Thank you for waiting.
But is the thing from the safe worth that much? It's no bigger than a fingernail. We'll ever pay a good price for it? Someone's here. Shut up!
Pretending to be oblivious to the conversation, I set the dishes on the table one at a time. The starving predators waste no time and descend upon their food with a ravenous intensity.
What is this stuff?
I know, oh my god, this is so... I already knew this was gonna happen.
Bring the chef to us right now!
Our girl was like, wait, I thought it was gonna be good. Like, bitch, like... Oh my god, this is so bad. Because we already know like Xavier is just not a good cook. As Xavier walks in, still holding the spatula, the temperature in the room plummets. We're outnumbered here, Xavier. Play along for now. I'll cover back up as soon as... Ignoring my words, he approaches the group with an impassive expression.
I cooked the food here. Is there a problem?
This slop is fit for pigs!
As we're suddenly realizing the gravity of the situation, a tense silence falls over the room.
What I meant was, only pigs would eat this! Wait, that's not...
What's happening?
There's a suggestion box outside. You can submit your feedback there if you're unsatisfied.
Don't add fuel to the fire, Xavier. It's almost as if something was switched on. Lionel violently flips the table.
You son of a... You dared to mess with our food? I'll chop you up and serve you as the appetizer!
Amidst a chorus of enraged roars, the predators in the private room descended to a frenzy state. Oh god, everything's happening now. A sharp pain shoots through my shoulder as pieces of broken bottle clatter at my feet. Gritting my teeth, I push Xavier away from me. We need to leave. The LCBI will be here any...
You go first.
The warmth disappears from my hand, and before I can react, I find myself pushed out of the room. Xavier's like, I got this. The door might as well have been a solid steel wall. No matter how hard I pushed, it won't budge. Damn it. I'm assuming he just took care of everything. Because, you know, he's strong. Thinking, he rubs his temples and doesn't speak. Lionel fixes his gaze on the young man's eyes. He searches their depths for even the slightest flicker of emotion or intent.
Where's the chip that was hidden in the safe?
Oh, I remember now. You're a hermit, aren't you? You didn't want to stick with us, so you infiltrated the LCBI for a cushy government job, huh? Ditch them. Hang out with us instead.
Are you done?
He was like, I'm not hearing. He's like, I don't want to hear this shit. Like, oh my god.
Get him!
Oh my god. The primary was showered with shards of shattered fluorescent tubes, bricks, and tiles.
When your backup arrives, everyone will know who you really are.
This is all the time I need.
For what? A trip down memory lane?
Oh my god, iron spike pieces to his left arm and pins him to the wall. A crack reminiscent of a spider web spans half a meter behind him. Wow. Wow, this is intense. Sweating Lionel visions blurs. He sees the mysterious young man calmly drag a chair over and sit down in front of him.
It'll be enough to make you wish you were dead.
Oh my god.
I'll talk. I'll tell you everything.
Xavier elbow slightly relaxes.
The chip is hidden. It's hidden at...
Xavier leans in. He's about to hear the answer he wants when pain suddenly shoots through his arm. Without warning, a sharp leg cleaves a deep cut across his shoulder. The metallic scent of blood fills his nostrils. It wakens an uncontrollable agitation that surges from within.
How troublesome.
Oh my god. Wow. Reinforcements from the LCBI arrive with a flurry of sirens. Their vehicles swiftly encircle the city and form an impenetrable blockade. As the doors to private open buses open, a scene of utter chaos unfolds. Amidst the wreckage, it's almost impossible. Okay. It's almost impossible to distinguish Xavier from the predators. Okay, we gotta go to our baby here. Oh, the way he looked up. That kind of looks scary. I don't know why. I step forward just in time to catch him as he falls. I cradle his familiar disheveled figure in my arms. His face is smeared with blood and grime. He didn't escape the fight unscathed. The memories of our time together flood into my mind, and my heart is beating with a panic I never felt before. Xavier, I refuse to let you die on me. If you do, where else can I find a highly valuable, no-maintenance subordinate? As I reacted to my words, the figure in my arms stirs ever so slightly.
I'm still alive.
Play the music! Yo, this card is something else. It goes from like intense, and then now this music is playing like it's a fucking joke. Like, what is happening here? Like, he was like the way that it moved to him, and I was like, what the heck is that? And then this shit. Okay.
But if you don't calm down, the autopsy report will have to list death by embrace as the cause.
Xavier struggles to prop himself on his elbow. His face is smeared with blood. Realizing I'm holding him too tightly, I loosen my grip. You're cracking jokes at a time like this? Do you have any idea how worried I was?
I'm fine. What I need to do right now is find a place to crash.
No, okay. Back in the car, I put a new address into the navigation system. Xavier doesn't pry or question what I'm doing. Did you find a new lead?
It's nothing concrete. All I know is that it's connected to Ever.
Ever?
Remember the connections we mapped out for the deceased earlier? Before he entered politics, the councilman held a high-ranking position at Ever. If I had to guess, the item in the safe is probably connected to those rumors.
The rumors Xavier mentioned refer to information that recently went viral online. According to these claims, Ever created the predators from a botched experiment that was conducted years ago. While some dubious experiments of data was leaked to support the claims, authorities quickly suppressed the information. Let's put that aside for now. I turn to Xavier and my expression becomes stern. Those predators in the private room, you took care of them all by yourself?
They were arguing about how to split their loot. I only nudged things along. Before I knew it, they were at each other's throats. By the way, is my cooking really that bad?
The viewer mirror catches Xavier's crestfallen profile. Oh, he's so sad about his cooking not being good. Aw. What? No, they were trying to get under your skin.
I knew it.
You drive out of the bustling city streets and stop in front of an alley. Only a few streetlights scattered about illuminate it. We're here. Let's go.
This place is... I didn't bring an ID with me.
Are we taking Xavier to our place, or... Following his gaze, I look up to see a neon sign flickering with a silver glow with the words Love Hotel. Get your mind out of the gutter. Tangled electrical wires and neon signs hang low over the narrow alleyways and lead Xavier through the maze. We soon arrive at the rusty iron door at the far end of it. We push through into a pitch-black hallway. A single fluorescent tube buzzes overhead, and it casts a sickly yellow glow that highlights years of neglect. At the end of the hallway, I unlatch the rickety door to the room for backup power. This is my safe house. It's in a clever hiding spot, don't you think? Okay. The safe house barely has any furniture. It only has a narrow cot and a simple storage cabinet. I fish out a spare key from the drawer and hold it up to Xavier. Oh, so this area is for the Kindle. I've noticed, I think this is it. Here you are. Once you're ready to spread your wings, feel free to use it whenever you want. Remember not to talk about it to anyone else, and you can bring other people here. With a thoughtful expression, Xavier stares at the key in his palm. He nods.
Okay.
With no chairs in sight, Xavier awkwardly sits on the edge of the iron frame cot. It's rare to see him appear slightly uncomfortable. Take off your clothes. Okay.
That's part of my job description for 2,000 a month?
For now it is. Would you please take off your clothes? Are you planning to sleep in those clothes that are covered in Predator's blood? You can change by yourself.
Oh.
He turns around and his expression remains the same. Oh, okay. Okay. Why do I feel flustered right now? Well, you're the one that freaking told him to take off his clothes. This would be on you, girl. Or on us, you know? I quickly pat my cheeks to calm down. Once Xavier disappears in the bathroom, I start gathering up the bloodstained clothes. Suddenly, something falls out of a pocket. It's an auto-injector. A suppressant? This unmistakably contains a suppressant used to subdue predators who enter a frenzy state. This auto-injector is the latest model and has only been distributed to a few top-secret research facilities. It's not available to the public. How did Xavier get his hands on this? Lost in thought, I barely noticed Xavier emerging from the bathroom. He already changed into the clothes I left for him. Aww. I hide the auto-injector behind my back just as a sharp pain suddenly flares up in my shoulder. Ouch.
When did you get hurt?
When we were in Mystic City's private room, a bottle struck me and left a wound. It's on my left shoulder. It's not deep, but there are still tiny pieces of glass stuck in it.
Sit. And don't move.
I have never seen Xavier look so serious before. Aww. Well, he's concerned. He doesn't like the fact that we got hurt. Xavier sits behind me. With steady hands, he uses tweezers to meticulously remove the glass.
I'll try to be as gentle as I possibly can.
Oh, look how serious he looks. You underestimate me.
No one is underestimating you. So you don't need to pretend it doesn't hurt.
Is he upset? I clear my throat and steer the conversation in another direction. Xavier, where did you learn how to do first aid? I'm impressed. Your resume said you were a student at Lincoln University, but you always seem to know things most people don't.
The LCBI offers free seminars. I attended a few of them.
We have that kind of stuff? Okay.
Yeah. 6 months ago, you injured your left leg when we did our first mission together. We were in a rush, so the wound wasn't properly treated right away. Since then, you talk about how the scar aches whenever the weather is gloomy.
Wow, he's been paying attention then. He gently presses down my left shoulder as it involuntarily twitches from the pain.
Stay still. It'll be over soon.
On a whim, I grab his hand and point to a thumb-sized red mark on the outside of his wrist. I've been meaning to ask, how did you get the scar?
I don't remember.
The bandage is meticulously wrapped around my wound. He has a personal touch, an intricate knot. An unexpected emotion washes over me. I can't put it into words. Has anyone ever told you that your vague responses make it difficult to figure out who you are?
My file and resume are straight to the point. How can anyone doubt my identity?
Okay, that looks good, but when we see you in person, it's a completely different story, Xavier. That's the issue here. But I've heard people say you might be... Oh. A deafening bang shatters the atmosphere between us. The room is plunged into darkness. Before I can even process what's happening, my body moves. I pin Xavier against the wall, and my hands are on either side of him. We remain frozen in the darkness, and our hearts are pounding, but nothing happens.
It wasn't gunfire. It was just a power outage.
Embarrassed, I release him. The wires here are ancient, so blackouts happen all the time. The power should be back soon. Even in the dim lighting, I can see a hint of a smile on his lips as he looks at me. Amusement shines in his eyes, as if my overreaction was a source of entertainment.
There's something I've been meaning to ask as well. You're always so quick to protect other people. Is it because I'm your subordinate?
I think it's because you're the first person at the LCBI who's trusting me without question.
I see.
Xavier's eyes lock onto mine before he looks away.
We don't know how long the power will be out. We could open the curtains. It might let in some light.
Are you sure that will help? It's pitch black out there. No stars, no moon. The air feels thick and stifling. I use it as an excuse to make my way around the foot of the bed. In one swift motion, I open the curtains and look outside. Whoa. Fireworks paint the darkness with brilliant, fleeting light. These aren't just any fireworks. They're the kind reserved for festivals and celebrations. I'm stunned. Words tumble out of my lips before I can stop myself. I wonder who the lucky newborn is this time.
Do you count?
Aww.
I saw your personnel file. Today's your birthday. You said that you weren't sure if anyone knew you existed when you were born.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me he did this for us. Like, do not tell me he did this for us.
I'll give you an answer. I know. I know that you exist.
That date. It was a random date I put down and passed the background check. But Xavier is celebrating. Oh my god, no, that's so cute. Noticing how distracted I am, Xavier moves closer. His hand gently cups my chin, and my gaze returns to the window.
Savor it. I saved multiple paychecks for this.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, Xavier. Aww. You shouldn't spend your money so recklessly in the future. He's saying that, but he's already rich. He gave money away to do this for us. That's so freaking cute.
Are you implying I should let you manage it instead?
No, but by that logic, we'd be able to save enough for the two of us, so the two of us can leave together someday. A soft chuckle tickles my ear. His gaze drifts to the sky where the last burst of fireworks blossom in the night. The embers drift down. It's as if their thin reach like raindrops falling through a haze of neon lights. He wasn't exaggerating. A display of this must have cost a small fortune. The spectacle is so magnificent and all-encompassing that I'm sure anyone in the city will only need to look up to see it painting the sky.
Do you still want to leave, even after you've seen that?
I remain silent, but my resolve wavers. Something has changed, but I can't put my finger on it. Xavier doesn't push for an answer. Instead, he looks away.
Regardless of whether you stay or leave, if you find yourself in another city one day, I hope you'll remember tonight. Remember these fireworks.
That's cute. There was only an empty inbox for the next month. Hermit hasn't reached out to me. When a rumor began to circulate, the item stolen from the safe wasn't just any trinket. It was a chip that contained confidential files related to Ever.
Is Hermit one of Ever's hitmen?
Whoa there. We can't throw around accusations like that. The authorities are still in bed with Ever. They even paid for our latest batch of weapons to use against the Predators.
It's clear that the higher-ups aren't rejecting Ever's advances, and their stance is conveniently vague. The investigation is doomed to be swept under the rug before it even begins. Actually, I used to think Hermit had an insider at the LCBI. I guess I was wrong.
The LCBI is as watertight as a colander.
I can't help but sigh. My mood worsens. For the past 6 months, Hermit has been all over the place, yet he always escapes when we're about to catch him. You said it yourself, Hermit isn't doing this for the fame or money, and he doesn't have any unusual quirks. So what is his goal here? What drives him?
Ever is tangled up in a web of power plays. Are you sure you want to get caught up in all that?
If we expose the truth, we'll be thrown into the eye of the storm. There's no way we'll return unscathed. Despite all of that, I still want to do this, together.
If we pull this off, will we become famous?
We might not even make it past the LCBI's front door before someone takes us out.
Fortune favors the bold. Besides, you can't have fun without danger.
Good. We need that kind of attitude for this. Are we just doing the mission on our own? Just me and Xavier then? As the days grow shorter and colder, the city's unrest shows no sign of abating. Anti-predator protests connect autumn and winter. Meanwhile, reports of violent attacks continue to increase. They paint a grim picture of the city that's on edge. There's a glimmer of hope on the horizon. The upcoming mayoral election promises change, and whispers of a new 7th provision which aims to contain the predators appear. On the surface, things seem to be getting better, but deep down, I can't help but feel like something isn't adding up. I put my coat tighter around me and stuff my hands into my pockets. It's a futile attempt to preserve the remaining warmth I have left. The path stretches out before us and is lined with tall streetlights. Their soft glow illuminates the season's first snowfall. Xavier walks beside me while carefully balancing 2 steaming lattes. His gaze is fixed downward and he numbly counts the coins in his palm. You're always asking about my dreams and plans for the future, but I don't know what you want. Do you want to walk down the same path as me? He holds my gaze for what feels like an eternity. Then he reaches out without warning. His glove hand brushes away the snow from my hair.
I might have forgotten to mention that I chose you. This place is packed with people, and it's not like I have a habit of following everyone who shows up.
There was a time when I doubted everything about Xavier, but now I've never felt more safe with him near me. Xavier, I couldn't help but notice you've changed since you first joined the LCBI.
When you said you wanted to try this, your face lit up even brighter than it did on the night of the fireworks.
Was I really happy at that time?
Do whatever makes you smile.
Snowflakes dance in the air around us. As they fall, they catch the light and form a shimmering halo above Xavier's head.
You don't need fireworks to shine. With or without the spectacle, people see you for who you are. And to some of them, you're a beacon of light.
Wow, this is... Okay. Xavier giving us, like, the sweet talk. This is what we needed. We needed a pep talk to feel good, because it's kind of... The way things are going is not going well, right? It's as if the universe Oh, my nose. It's as if the universe decides to lend us a hand when we decide to investigate ever. Everything has gone so smoothly that it feels unreal. Using the information in the chip we've retrieved, we quickly discovered an abandoned Ever research base. Inside are traces of Ever experiments on the predators. Ever's long buried secrets are finally unearthed. They now lie exposed before our eyes. But thinking we could take them down with this is like going in unarmed against a giant. We need backup and a way to cast a massive spotlight on them. The car glides through the streets. It's a silent sentinel in the cold night as its headlights cut through the thick blanket of darkness enveloping Lincoln.
Do you remember Philo? You mentioned them before.
Even if those corporations will only work with us, who says they won't turn into another Ever?
That's true. Do you have any ideas on how we should proceed?
There might be one person who could potentially help us. Hermit. Let me sleep on it. I'll phone you in tomorrow. Good night.
Okay. Good night.
Okay. Things are getting somewhere here. Interesting. As soon as the call ends, I press down on the accelerator. I'll send an email to Hermit once I'm home. It doesn't hurt to try. After I drag my weary body out of the elevator, I reach the door to my apartment. Before my fingers can touch the cool surface of the fingerprint scanner to unlock it, my phone blares to life. Its harsh glow cuts through the alleyway's inky darkness. An unfamiliar number has appeared on the screen. I don't know why, but I have a feeling I know who it is. My finger swipes across the screen to answer the call. Hermit?
Don't go in.
Oh, whoa. Just as my fingertip grazes the fingerprint sensor, a violent attack, it turns me inside out. The rippling, invisible force is followed by a deafening roar that shatters the night silence. Damn, someone destroyed my house? My ears are ringing as I fall, but before they hit the ground, a figure catches me.
Hold on tight.
He's fast, almost too fast for a normal human.
Hermit was here! Don't let him escape!
Hermit? Okay, but now we're finally knowing that Hermit is Xavier. Ignoring the searing pain in my forehead, I force myself to lift my heavy eyelids. A figure stands near the window. He's so pale that he melts into the moonlight. My head hurts. Although the incessant ringing in my ears remains, I slowly come to my senses. Recalling last night's attack, Ever sent their hitman after me. Luckily, I had the foresight to move all of the evidence and crucial leads I gathered over the past few weeks to the safe house. Before I can let out a sigh of relief, however, I realized something. How did I even get into the safe house? Who brought me here? My eyes drift to my arm where a nasty burn has been carefully treated. The bandage is neatly wrapped around it and a familiar knot stares back at me. Only two people know about this place. Me and Xavier. Hermit and Xavier are without a doubt the same person. To think he managed to hide it from me for so long. I grab my phone and dial his number, but all I get is busy signal. Okay. After that fateful day, Xavier vanishes without trace. No matter how many times I called, his voicemail greeted me. Desperate for answers, I hired someone to dig into his past. That's when the warning signs I previously ignored appear. For instance, he once mentioned a restaurant he frequented during college. Yet his first transaction was recorded a week before he started working with us. And despite his supposedly modest salary, he somehow spent a fortune on those fireworks without batting an eye. A week passes. I get an email from an unfamiliar address, but it's not Hermit. It's from the data broker I hired. I open the email attachment. It's a scan of a 10-year-old newspaper clipping. In the center lies a photograph. A teenage boy surrounded by a sea of blurry-faced adults. Judging by the ornate backdrop, a museum wing just opened. The teenager, whose features are hauntingly familiar, is captured doing an act of kindness. He's holding out his hand to an elderly beggar who's collapsed on the museum steps. But the headline accompanying this picture tells a very different story. Philo's heir, a parent, now a victim of Leighton's predator's surprise attack. It doesn't take a detective to figure out what happened. The act of kindness caught on camera was the calm before the storm. Aww. The old man who was sprawled on the steps after being jostled by the crowd was now on his feet thanks to the teenager's help. But then, he lunged and sank his teeth into the teen's wrist. In the wake of this shocking incident, the Philo's family young scion vanishes from the public eye. The heir's name was familiar. He even has a scar on the same wrist. Was there any way this couldn't be a coincidence? I probably should have guessed it when he suggested giving out evidence to Philo. Okay, so now we know the full story as to how he became a predator. Now we know he's the son of a noble family. I don't know how this is gonna play out here. Since my wounds have healed, I've returned to the LCBI. An unexpected wave of loneliness washes over me, all because Xavier's not there now. Damn.
2 days ago, they were convinced Hermit was Ever's lapdog. But now he's public enemy #1 for taking classified documents.
I heard they almost caught Hermit today.
Really? They searched every Predator hideout in the Southern District and couldn't find a trace of him.
For all we know, he could already be dead. Hey, speaking of missing persons, isn't it weird that Xavier hasn't been in the office for a while now?
I like how they just call him Xavier. The two enforcers turned their head towards me. He was fired. My face remains expressionless, and my fingers dance across the keyboard as if nothing's amiss. But under this calm exterior, a new unsettling theory begins to form. What are we thinking, girl? Well, I'm assuming he has to come to the safe house, like, sometime. Philo and Ever aren't just business rivals. Their competition extends into the political arena. Xavier has every reason to destroy Ever. But if he's so capable, why did he involve me? Am I just a pawn in a larger game? My position at the LCBI provided the perfect smokescreen. With an official inquiry underway, Philo could lurk in the shadows and pull the strings without getting their hands dirty. I'm all over other possibilities, but this is the most plausible explanation I have. He's been using me, huh? When I look up, I notice the car has stopped in front of the alleyway. I already lost count of how many times I scoured this area. Each visit left me empty-handed. Is he here? If he really is Philo's heir, surely he will have access to far more secure hideouts than this. The alley is a kaleidoscope of flickering neon lights. Eerie shadows dance along the walls. Then the faint sound of footballs break the silence.
He ran in this direction. He couldn't have gotten far with those injuries. We'll find him soon.
The acid stench of blood fills the air. It mingles with the unmistakable scent I associate with the predators. I put away my weapon and dragged the lifeless body behind a nearby dumpster. My god, okay. Alright. As soon as I enter the safe house, the metallic stench of blood hits me like a truck. There he is.
Why are you here?
Damn, look at his marks on him. They look so bad. This is my safe house. I should be one asking you that. I secure the door and adjust the camera. Then I approach the figure who's slumped against the wire mesh. I know you're Hermit. I'm also aware of your ties to Philo and Ever. But I don't want to hear your excuses right now, so don't say anything. My emotions are a tangled mess. I try to remain expressionless as I make my way to the cot. I sit down.
Stay back.
His words are barely above a whisper, but I can hear the pain he's trying to hide. I have never seen Xavier like this. His usual composure is gone, and adversarial vulnerability stands in his place. As far as I'm aware, you've been treating this place like your home.
You're the one who gave me a key.
He looks at me, and the face I know so well feels like it belongs to a stranger. It's as if we're truly seeing each other for the first time. I see him for what he actually is. I regret giving you the key. If you showed up any later, you would have been locked out.
You already know.
It must have been hard for you to stay with me for the better part of the year. You had to be a naive rookie. You had your reasons for getting close to me, but I'm not exactly innocent either. I couldn't ignore the fact that Xavier had worked himself to the bone for me. He put in long hours for our awful salary. I can't say in good conscience that I owe him nothing. I couldn't offer you a lot of things. None of my promises to you were kept. I take a deep breath. I won't hand you over to Ever. I won't arrest you either, and I definitely don't want to see you die here.
Why?
Your death will lower the property value. Okay. I walked to the storage cabinet and rummaged through it until I found the first aid kit. I'll file your resignation first thing tomorrow, and you don't have to sign it. That way, we're even after tonight.
It's almost midnight. You can abandon me very soon. And you don't need to patch me up.
I sort of wish your mouth got injured instead of your arm. I steel myself as I lean in to examine his blood-covered limb. They say Ever has been developing weapons specifically designed to fight the Predator. Is that why he's bleeding so much? It's the only way so those bumbling idiots overpowered him. Hold still. You okay? We got you. I dabbed the alcohol salt gauze against his skin and he wiped away the dry blood. Yet when the red spear fades, I can see only unblemished skin. Confused, I meet his gaze.
I'm not hurt.
Okay, so he just... Oh, okay. He suddenly pins me under him and his weight presses me into the mattress. The old iron frame of the cot brick creaks in protest.
Don't move.
Oh my god, look at him. His hand grips my shoulder. Meanwhile, his authoritative voice is tinged with a raw, desperate need.
Let me bite you.
Oh my god, no. His breath feels like it could burn my skin, and his whole body is soaked in sweat. He's not hurt. He's entering a frenzy state. Xavier, don't push your luck.
This isn't the first time.
He tilts his chin ever so slightly, and defiance shines in his gaze. My heart is as loud as a drum. I close my eyes and wait for the sharp pain I'm certainly will. Sharp teeth tentatively graze my neck. They're on my skin. It'd be easy to bite down. But he gently nibbles me instead. When the predator becomes frenzied, they shred their prey with reckless abandon and tear flesh from bone. But Xavier, he didn't do that. Okay. Calm down. Don't you usually carry suppressants with you, Xavier?
I didn't bring them with me this time.
Oh, of course. I push him away and struggle to get off the bed. Then I grab a roll of tape from the shelf. You hid under the LCBI's nose while collecting the evidence for Ever's crimes. You killed two birds with one stone. And once you were aware of the LCBI's plans, you acted more freely as Hermit. That's how you escaped every time. Remembering the past, my voice has gradually died in anger. You're a hermit, the person I wanted to catch the most. He doesn't struggle and allows me to bind him with duct tape.
And
Oh my God.
I'm at your mercy right now. Interrogation, torture, whatever you want to do to me. I'll accept everything.
Okay. I won't tell him that our time together was like finding a piece of candy on a construction site full of garbage. It's then I realize how addictive unconditional trust can be. When a predator becomes frenzy, most primitive emotions influence their actions. Because of that, the predators act according to their instincts. In order for him to maintain a rational state for a long time, there must be an activator on his body that regulates his frenzy levels. Have you come to your senses? Tell me where the activator is.
What if I don't tell you, though?
Do you want to stay like this? Then you're asking for trouble. The people who are after you will be knocking on the safe house door soon enough. He's like, I don't care.
You said we used each other, which means you don't feel guilty. But that's a lie. When you're tied to me day in and day out, you'll realize how much I like you.
Oh my god. You're out of your mind. He's telling the truth.
You didn't abandon me, yet you didn't want me to die either. That right?
Yeah. People dying means oh my god. People dying means I have to fill out paperwork, I'm afraid. Oh my god, look at him. Tighten the muscle on him. Oh my god.
Or would you say this is how you tame people? Did you tie me up because I did something bad?
The way he's tilting his head. Oh my god.
Why? Don't you want to become like me?
Oh. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Ah, okay. Oh.
You're taking advantage of me.
No, we're not. Well, maybe, but. Oh my god. Oh my god, the fact that it looks like we're straddling him is crazy here. Like, are we really? Relax, I'll get you. Oh my god, I'm so fast.
Initiating full body scan of the target.
Okay.
Come closer. Let me see you.
Oh my god.
Come closer. Let me see you.
Come on. Oh my god.
Trying to avenge yourself?
Why does he look so mad? Like, he's just mad at us. Oh my god. I'm disciplining and disobedience of warrior. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did you like that? I'll keep that in mind.
Oh my, yo, this Xavier's like mad but loving it at the same time. What the fuck? The activator's on his back. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Oh my god.
Then I should demonstrate the proper interrogation technique, Captain.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, oh my god.
I'm sorry, I really am.
Oh my god.
You could have just left me like this. It wouldn't matter, and I'd be okay with that.
Oh, the way he's like leaning on us. Oh my god, that was cute. Oh. Oh man. Lingo City is still churning with hidden turmoil, but Xavier and I aren't the only ones stirring the waters. Other forces have made their move. The veil has been lifted, and a network of secret research facilities revealed. Faced with a amount of irrefutable evidence, ever is on his last legs. Every high-ranking official has been convicted and handed over to the justice system. Unless something unexpected occurs, he'll spend the rest of the days in Lincoln's most secure prison. My efforts don't go unnoticed. I am promoted. When my salary and bonus double, I move into a new apartment. It comes with round-the-clock security and serves as a reminder that lingering threats might still be around. He had happiness eludes me. In the quiet hours of the night, my mind unwittingly thinks about him. But I know a solution for the predator is about to arrive on the market. If he wanted to, he could effortlessly return to being an aloof heir and let our time together become nothing more than fleeting something, because I guess it's more to it, but like my screen sucks. Maybe I need a bigger phone. Since my promotion to Operations Sector Manager, I rarely set foot on crime scenes anymore. I have no use for the safe house now, and frankly, I'd rather not look at it again, so I hired a real estate agent to find tenants.
Miss, I've been in this business for over a decade, but I haven't seen anyone throw money around like this. It's been on the market for over a month with no potential buyers. Then someone called last night and said he wants to rent it. He's offering 10 times the market rate and wants to lock it in for 50 years. Don't you think this person has a few loose screws?
Are you sure this isn't a scam?
He claims he already transferred the deposit. You might want to check and see if it went through. Also, he apparently wants to move in right away. Are you still at the property?
I am. It's not like I have a lot to pack anyway.
Just hand the keys over to him. He should already be on his way.
Okay. So did Xavier buy this area like this? As I hang up, a wave of Disney washes over me. Ever since the Ever case wrapped up, my luck has taken an unexpected turn for the better. Surveying the chaos around me, I wonder if I should drop the price even more. But before I can make a decision, the soft click of a door catches my attention. It wasn't a knock, someone was walking in. So he came in here. Yes, he's here.
Hello. You must be the landlady.
I changed my mind. This place isn't up for rent anymore. Oh my god.
You gave the real estate agent full authority over the property, and I already signed the contract. The penalty for a breach of contract is paying a fee that's 100 times more than the rent.
Wow. Fine, this place is yours. Utilities are your responsibility. Check the fridge for any other notes. I toss him the keys and make an unsteady beeline for the door, but he shifts and blocks my exit. Is there a problem, sir? Do I need to clarify anything?
I joined the LCBI to keep an eye on your movements. It made things easier for me. An official title opened a lot of doors, so everything was simpler.
Okay.
But later on, I chose to stay because I wanted to be by your side.
He calmly says his words, but his body language tells a different story. His shoulder is angled in such a way that I can't escape. I believe I told you that I stopped caring about your real motives a long time ago. Terrified my resolve will falter, I crouch down and cover my ears. To my surprise, he copies me. We look at each other face to face.
Is this how I'm supposed to respond when you say stuff like that?
Oh my god. What?
I'm not listening to you.
This is the best he could come up with in 6 months. I gaze at me, and I'm suddenly transported back to that night when we watched the fireworks. His eyes haven't changed, so why can't I bring myself to look at them now? Aww.
Didn't you say bosses appreciate loyal employees? Well, my loyalty to you will never change.
But I already hired a new assistant. I can't have two.
Pick me then. I come at a discount.
Aww. I raise my hand to shield my eyes from his gaze. The interview will be at 9 a.m. Don't be late.
Okay.
Aw, me giving him another chance to work again. My phone vibrates and tumbles out of my pocket. When he retrieves it from me, he sees the contact name on the screen. Subordinate number 2. Ignoring my shocked expression, Xavier answers the phone call.
Hello?
What? Hey!
Hi. Yes, she's with me. Also...
His unwavering gaze meets mine, and each word he says is slow and deliberate.
I'm sorry to say this, but you're fired.
Oh no, he's like, I'm the only one that gets to be her subordinate. That ain't gonna be no 2. Oh my god. That's so fun. It's crazy to be like that. Oh my god. This story was surprisingly like half actiony and half comedy. I don't know what it is. Parts of the story is really funny. Xavier is really funny in this one, and I don't have that many particular Xavier cards, but like this one for some reason like really like it was really good with the action and the intensity of it, but it was also really funny at the same time. So now that he decided to buy the safe house that we had that whole time, and she was like, "Oh nope, never mind, I don't want to give it to you anymore." He's like, "I already bought it. You can't say shit now." And he's wanting to rejoin the company again because he wants to be with us still. Oh my god. Now I have to go through the bad ending. Alright, so let's go go here and see how it is. Okay, what that means I have to fill out the paper. The way he is, he looks mad, like... Oh, okay.
Just like this. Come a little closer.
Okay. Nothing new.
Just like this. Come a little closer.
Okay.
Do you hate me? Do you think I'm a monster?
Oh my god.
Or would you say this is how you tame people?
He looks like the way he is in this is crazy because he looks really mad at us, like compared to like the rest of them.
Why? Don't you want to become like me?
Okay. Okay.
Are you satisfied?
Oh my god. Max, I'll let you go once you go back to normal.
Initiating full body scan of the target.
Okay. Run.
Come closer.
Oh my god.
Let me see you.
You already see me.
Your hand is warm. Is that it? You're unusually cautious.
We have to be cautious. Okay. Oh my god, grabbing that chain. Oh my god.
Trying to avenge yourself?
I'm disciplining disobedience. That's just... Going under. Fuck it. The fuck just loves touching them like.
Did you like that?
Like nipples. It's crazy.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Oh my god. It's like all the way to the little too. Oh my god, the way he
Then I should demonstrate the proper interrogation technique, Captain.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
Look at his face.
It'll be over soon enough.
Oh my god.
Then you'll never leave me.
The way his he looks so freaking. He looks so freaking insane. That face that he gave before black screen. Holy. And the fact that he's like, you never leave me, so freaking like. Since we've come this far, should I tell you one of my secrets? A strange, restless energy surges through every fiber of my being. I cradle his face in my hands and look into the eyes that crave the worst out of my lips. The Xavier I fell in love with never existed. Surprisingly, his face reveals neither shock nor sorrow. It's as if he expected this. He leans in and his lips brush against my ear as he whispers.
It's okay.
He slowly lowers his head and his mouth finds that tender spot where my neck meets my shoulder. My consciousness begins to fade as pain blooms from my neck. The metallic scent of rust fills the air between us. His hand rests below my right shoulder blade. It traces a path down my spine. His touch ignites something deep within me like a spark touching a fuse.
If you genuinely want to run away from me, I'll keep you by my side.
Oh.
By any means necessary.
Oh my god. That's what it just ends like. He straight up said like, no, I'm keeping you forever. Why did she say that? That the Xavier that I fell in love never exists? That's crazy. Even if she said that she didn't like it, he didn't care. Because he was gonna still keep her. He was like, I don't give a damn. I want you and I'm gonna keep you with me forever. I'm gonna lock you up in a dungeon or some shit. That's crazy. Oh my god. That was such a quick, like, bad ending though. Compared to like every other one. This one was really quick. A veiled heart. Wow. Wow. Yeah, like he said, you never leave me. Yo, he was not kidding. He's like, no, you're staying with me forever. Wow, that was really interesting to hear. But yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. What did you think of the story? Like I said, I think it was really cool seeing how the intensity of the action, plus it was really funny, like I mentioned earlier. Also, I like the fact that they did include his story of being the heir of like the Philo clan or the Philo family in here, because that's his myths and his main thing that he's also dealing with. He is also part of Philo. So the fact that they like translated to here for this like timeline, which was really cool to show. And the fact that, you know, Ever and Philo being competitors, and he's part of it, it's like, it's a really cool contrast between it, because that's kind of what's happening somewhat in the main story in a way. But yeah, this was a really cool story. I enjoyed it. I think his bad ending is kind of crazy. It's the most kind of scary one out of the bunch. Maybe Silas is kind of up there, considering he was really trying to make us unalive, but this one's also crazy to see that he was so like possessive and he was not like letting us go. Like that looked insane and he sounded insane about it, so it was really interesting to see. But yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.